Hey, what's up with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, as always. I'm talking to Nikki Komodis out there and everyone else in between. Nintendo Sony Free 2011 here, aka MannyWolverine. You guys on Wrestling True Sounds for George's channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, BShoot, Brighteon, Odyssey, Rumble, any other social media platforms you can think of, Telegram, and Parlor. So, yeah, as you can tell, CDProjektRed Cyberpunk 2077's music in the background. This happened about 3 days ago, but better late than never. I know I haven't been posting up videos like, oh, it happens in just a couple of minutes or hours ago. I've just been real lazy as shit when it came to videos. This month especially, I don't know why. Because maybe all the E3 shit kind of burnt me out a little bit last week and the week before. So there's that. I guess the Summer Festival too, even though I didn't do a reaction video, I watched it on my own time because I didn't expect nothing big to be there except for maybe like fucking Battlefield 6 2042, I guess. Other than that, the rest was kind of boring as hell. Except for, obviously, Nintendo and Xbox Bethesda. They did awesome as shit. I really wish Sony would have been there, but I guess they're doing their own thing now. State of play shit. Maybe next year when the whole country becomes a billion%, unfortunately, VA double X and jabbed in the arm, unfortunately. And then they'll probably start doing Sony State of Plays maybe in the theaters like they used to and on the internet. So, granted, that was Nintendo's idea first, so there is that. I guarantee you they would not have pulled that shit if fucking Reggie Fils-Aimé was still president of Nintendo, or even the late and great, beautiful, wonderful man Satoru Iwata. Rest in peace of that man's soul. Anyways, I'm just gonna do like 2 articles real quick. I'm not gonna read both of these things fully, 100%, but I actually heard about this one. I might do this one on a separate one. Unfortunately, the only place I could find it was Vice or Vox. And once again, there's a lot of the SJW political garbage that's on that site, and I really don't want to read it, but it's kind of sort of anime related to a certain extent because that's Sentai and Maui and Ecchi shit that they're talking about completely banning off OnlyFans, which, I mean, Patreon kind of did that to a certain extent, which sucked. But yeah, let's begin in this one. So it's a Cyberpunk 2077. It's been a good, I think, a month or two, more or less, the last time I talked about Cyberpunk 2077. And so, yeah, CDProjektRed Cyberpunk 2077. There we go. NPSC tackles a car after a patch 1.3 thanks to a glitch. This comes from Cable Greer. Got a credit due from Screen Rant. So it says, although patch 1.2.3 Cyberpunk 2077 fixed some of the issues of the game. I'm only going to read half of this article. It's super long as hell, so you guys can read it in your own time. So here we go. So this is a video circulating on Reddit, Cyberpunk 2077, after patch 1.23 shows up in the NPC to tackle a player's car, forcing the vehicle into a wild midair spin. Patch 1.23 is the latest in a long line of Cyberpunk 2077. The last bug being fixed this update is 1.22 in the end of April. CDProjektRed sci-fi RPG Cyberpunk 2077 launches. Of course it launches, I'm not surprised. A horrendous state in late 2020, which that was a real big ass fail for them, unfortunately, CDProjektRed. Can't shit on any of the developers that busted their ass, tooth and nail, put their blood, sweat, and tears in this fucking game. That was probably a lot of the head honchos at the top that wanted them to fucking rush this game so they could make their millions and millions of dollars, but it was a real bad look late 2020, December that year, man. Hopefully by the time next year after 2022, 2023 is up, they'll have it ready for the PS4 Pro 100%, and then for the Xbox Series X and X later on, and then for the PS5. So let's move on. Horrendous state since late 2020 to charging millions of fans. Though most of the games were relatively functional on the PC and current gen consoles, the Xbox One X and PS4 builds suffered tremendously. Oh, tremendously is a freaking understatement. They got destroyed all over the freaking internet big time by a bunch of hardcore CDProjektRed fans. The ones that even played Cyberpunk 2020. Which I didn't even know that was a thing, because that game was like 1993, 95 when that happened. And I was like 5, 6 years old. I barely remember shit at that time. Well, let's move on. Sony opted to pull the game entirely from its PlayStation Store on December 17, 2020, and only recently decided to put back up the game for sale beginning of June 21st. Oh, beginning June 21st, which is literally yesterday, but the time you guys see this was 3 days ago. CDProjektRed has worked on the regularly patched and updated Cyberpunk in an attempt to eventually make the game fully functional. However, fans have lamented both the slow progress and seemingly minimal improvements by their updates, which by all accounts has still left the game riddled with bugs. Oh, and a lot of exploits too. Sands are still real angry as shit about this thing. I watched a bunch of them, I think Review Tech USA's things, and this other dude, Moodhart, aka Some Ordinary Gamers, and New Penguins talked about it, aka Charlie Most Critical. Oh man, they definitely spoke their mind on that motherfucker, and man, a lot of their fans agree with them. And that dude, Moodhart, I think he's supposed to be like a really super highly intellectual PC gaming engineer type of dude. And this comes from somebody that got his freaking computer engineering degree years ago, even though I wasn't able to do shit with it. I understand to a certain point they talk. They're like Linus Tech Tip levels of computer genius. He knows how to go to the deep web and dark web, and I don't even know how to do that, and I should, but let's move on. Although patch 1.23 fixed a number of quest-related hilarious video making the rounds, the Cyberpunk 2077 subreddits illustrated still broken nature of the game. The video posted itself a user's Isolale, hopefully I'm saying it right, Istenale, begins with the players approaching NPC controls vehicles on a street in the Little China area. After throwing the driver out of the car, the cameras cut out to a third-person view. The other NPC, who was just sitting there in the passenger seat before the cut, is no longer there. Oh yeah, so they respawn and despawn real fast. Oh god. The horror I've seen with that shit. And I was playing on my PS4 Pro, and I had a bunch of issues with that shit. Let's move on. The NPC appears to run on the right side, and a car from off-screen. And what appears to be a failed attempt, the entire vehicle, the NPC model somehow becomes embedded in the side of the car. And those even videos, I remember, it was like a lot of the cops and police officers in that game, they weren't even spawning. Nothing was spawning. Like, the kids weren't spawning, the crazy adults and the strippers, when you go in the strip club, half of the shit was, like, glitchy as hell, man. Yes, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Once again, CDProjektRed. By the time it's either next year, 2022 or 2023, it'll probably be 100% patched. But by then, nobody's not even be playing the PS4 by that point. That shit will be long gone. Everyone's probably more than likely going to have a PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. And let's move on to the second one. I'm not going to get too deep into this thing. I know it's not really video game, anime, movie related. This is more like online, I guess, sort of drama sort of related shit, but it creeped me the hell out. I heard this last night from, I know some people hate the motherfucker, some people love him. Heard it from Review Tech USA's videos the other night, and that shit, bro. I'm not surprised, because being in the truth alternative media community, I saw this even way back in 2011, 2012, what China and freaking Russia and North Korea was doing to their people over there. My God. They literally keep them like modern day slaves in this day and age, and it's heartbreaking as freaking hell, man. And you know I'm 100% against censorship, and I'm, unfortunately, I'm anti-government to a certain extent too, but let's move on. So it says, new Canon AI cameras only allow smiling employees into the office. Last time I talked about something like that, I think it was had to do with Amazon's little comfort, freaking little shelter safe space box. I thought that was stupid as hell. It was extremely a huge waste of money on Amazon's part, and this goes to show you these multi-billion dollar corporations, they see you as just a number of maggots. That's how they probably see me at my job too. I'm just a number to them. Unfortunately, I have to do it because I don't want to be homeless as fuck in the streets. But if I ever do end up having that, I'm probably just going to move once again with those beautiful wild forests in Canada where nobody can find me. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. So it says Canon China has installed cameras with AI embedded small recognition technology in its offices to ensure that the employees are 100% happy, not dealing with some of the stress. But the new tech invades employees' privacy, and here's how. Oh, yeah. It invades more than their privacy. It literally just watches them almost 24 hours. I'm going to be surprised they have them in the bathrooms. They probably can't even take a piss and a shit without the freaking cameras watching them. That's how George Orwell 1984, social engineering, controlled opposition, MK Ultra, mind control, brainwash, Freemason, this evil devil satanic garbage is. But let's move on. I'm probably only going to read the first part. You guys can read the rest of it on your own. So it says, Canon is known to experiment in quite a lot of imaging products. The camera's brand, anyway, popular for getting so many patents registered for the name of future tech. So it also goes on to say this time the company has put its older products to new use. According to the latest report, Canon is using this camera to detect employees and see if they're doing wrong at the workplace. But how? Canon has installed cameras and AI smile recognition technology at Chinese offices. Cameras with this special feature identify employers with a smiling face and then only allowed to let them inside the office. God have mercy on our souls. Jesus, Yahshua, Yahweh, Hashim. Holy Spirit, save the hell of, save us all ASAP, man. I'm just saying. But let's move on. This has been done to ensure employees are 100% happy and not dealing with some stress. This cannot be the sole reason. Everyone is aware of China's surveillance system. The country is super active in terms of noting moves and action of its residents. The plight begins with Chinese companies deciding to monitor employees in unnerving degrees using AI algorithms. This has not been reported by the Financial Times. Furthermore, the companies will keep an eye on the programs employees that are using their computers via CCTV cameras. This time to take during their lunch breaks and tracking movements of their employees outside of the office will also be monitored using mobile applications. You ain't gonna be able to get away with any of this, bro. Telling you, man. So it says, quote, workers are being replaced by algorithms and artificial intelligence instead, are not being replaced, but I'm not be surprised they do that pretty soon too. Instead, the management is being sorted by an augmented reality by these technologies. King's College London academics, not even gonna pronounce that. The Financial Times says, quote, technologies are increasing the pace for people who work with machines instead of the other way around, just like what happened during the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century. Unfortunately, that's true. New smile recognition was announced in 2020 as a workplace management tool. The technology didn't get much attention for obvious reasons, like how it forces people to fake a smile to get access in work organization. My God. Telling you, the Antichrist is probably going to be coming pretty fucking soon, so get ready spiritually and even if religiously it comes to happen. That might happen. So the acceptability of such AI cameras packed with small recognition in tech global markets is still a question. Hence, China became an easy target for Canon information technology to do such testings. Meanwhile, Canon China is defending its tech and says it has been designed only to promote positive. Of course they fucking say that. They're billionaire companies. They give zero flying mierda pricks about what you do with your life. You're just a modern day slave to them, bro. They could get rid of you with a Thanos snap if they fucking want, and they're gonna speak good, positive, no matter what the fuck they say. So, and there's also say I'm gonna skip all that. Mostly people are just too shy to smile. But once they get used to the smiles in the office, they'll just keep their smiles without the system, which created a positive and lively atmosphere. Bullshit, bro. Bull freaking shit, man. I'm telling you. The day they start doing that here in the US, you know, that's kind of happening with Amazon, be surprised of Microsoft, T-Mobile, freaking Apple. They start doing this shit with their employees. Samsung, all the smartphone technology companies, and all these multi-billion-dollar like corporation organization places are for movies and music and films. If they start fucking requiring that shit for them too, and especially where I work at, like, that's it, man. All our freedoms are freaking finished. USA, the land of the free, home of the slave, will be the land of the free and home of the freaking slave. That's just how I'm seeing it. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say for now. I'm out of here. I know I usually don't do videos like this on this type of topics or segments, but I had to talk about it, man. That's all I gotta say for now. I'm out of here. Links to description box down below. Cartel sign. I'm done. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls. Always a toxic commodities. I'll see you when I see you guys today. Good night. We're every universe out there. Stay tuned for more future content channel, including video game and industry news, manga news, internet news, Twitter, Twitch, drama news, and that's it. And internet sad, fucked up news and reaction videos like this one. Peace out, my sauerkraut. Let's goodbye. See you awesome people on the flip side. Later.